This time of year, I rarely think about going to the beach because here in the United States, it's cold right now. But I'm gonna switch gears and think about summertime things because I recently had a request from a follower like you to talk about the beach using phrases and words we might use there. So let's do it. Welcome to English Coach 3Ts. If we haven't met, my name is Tanya, and I've created a free lesson that you can use to get more out of this video. It's easy to get this lesson by joining my free More English Club. All you have to do is go to the link in the description below, click on the link and put your email and your first name, and I'll make sure that you get the lesson so that you can learn more vocabulary and more ways to be fluent. Like I said, I live here in Southern California, but because I live in the mountains, it gets a lot colder here than other parts of Southern California. So when I'm getting ready each day to build a fire, I'm not typically thinking about the beach. The beach is actually more than 2 hours west of where I live. And I do like to go to the beach, but I'm really a mountain person. That being said, of course, I have a story about the beach to share with you. Listening to real English stories like this one is one of the very best ways to learn vocabulary, grammar, and even improve your speaking skills. So let me tell you about a time when my family and I visited Coronado Beach, which is here in Southern California. My daughters, Tanya and Tanya, were much younger in this story, probably about 10 and 7 years old. And a family friend invited us to come and stay in a really nice hotel on Coronado Island, which has a really nice beach as well. This hotel, the Coronado Del, is very famous and not something that we could have done without being invited by this family friend. And it had a private beach where we could go and enjoy the sand and the surf. We often say the sand and the surf when we mean the sand where you'll sit and enjoy the sun, and the surf where you get into the water. Even if you're not surfing, you can say the sand and the surf. The really cool thing about this particular beach is that they would provide free beach chairs, beach umbrellas, and I think you could even rent a beach cruiser, which is a type of bicycle that you might ride along the beach. Since the girls were small, we were mostly thinking of lying out in the sun and spending time in the water and possibly building some sand castles. Sand castles are very popular with children and people of all ages. Sadly, one of the things that sticks out the most in my mind about this particular trip to the beach was that even though we were using sunscreen, the lotion you use to put on your skin so your skin won't be harmed by the sun, Tanya got burned to a crisp. When the sun shines on your skin too much, we say that we get sunburned. But if we get really sunburned, you're red all over, we might say you got burned to a crisp. Or another thing we might say is, I got so burned, I looked like a lobster. I felt really bad about this because I know how painful a sunburn can be. And also, it is really not good for your skin to have that much sun. What we learned is that for Tanya and her skin, which is so fair, meaning she has very light colored skin, her skin is so fair that we have to reapply the sunscreen. Put it on every 20 to 30 minutes is to reapply the sunscreen. The girls love to play in the water at the beach. And while I enjoy the water, I'm the kind of person that might take a dip every now and then, meaning that I won't get in and stay in for a long time like they do, but rather I like to get in and get out, get in and get out, just take a dip. To put something into water is to dip it in water. There's water in this big pot to help get humidity into the air here. And if I put this glove deep down in there, I would be dipping it into the water. And we use this phrase to take a dip when we're talking about swimming, whether we're at the beach or a swimming pool. Another thing I really like to do when I go to the beach is to take a stroll on the beach. You could say to take a walk on the beach, but the word to stroll is very commonly used when we're talking about walking slowly, enjoying everything that is around you. I like to stroll in nature, but you could take a stroll in the shopping mall or any place where you enjoy walking slowly, maybe talking with a friend, and enjoying whatever is around you. Of course, when the girls were young, as in this story that I'm telling, I spent more time in the water just to make sure that they were safe. But another time that sticks out in my memory, meaning another time we went to the beach that I remember more than others, was a time that we went to Carlsbad Beach when the girls were older. I think that they were maybe teenagers or maybe older teenagers. I can't remember exactly, but Tanya had hurt her knee very badly and had just had knee surgery, or maybe she was going to have another knee surgery. And she had crutches. You use crutches when you need help walking because you can't use one of your legs. And poor Talia had to go to the beach with crutches, which meant that she couldn't really get in the water because she also had a brace on her knee. Luckily, at this time, the girls did enjoy sunbathing more than they did when they were younger. Sunbathing is when you sit out on the beach or lie down in the sand and let the sun shine on you so that your skin will get a nice brown color, or we might say a golden brown or bronze colored. It's really popular to do this kind of thing at the beach, especially in California. And as I said before, especially Tiana, but both of my girls, and actually most people, have to be careful that they don't get too much sun. How about you? Do you burn easily when you are in the sun? Earlier, I mentioned the surf, meaning the place where the waves crash and make that surf on the beach. But also here in Southern California, it's popular to go surfing. I myself have never really been surfing that I can remember, but I have enjoyed boogie boarding. Boogie boarding is just a shorter board that you can use, and it's, I think, probably quite a bit easier, and it's popular among families and all kinds of people. I don't know for sure, but I think surfing takes quite a bit more experience and ability to do. Have you ever been surfing or boogie boarding? Another helpful word to understand when you're talking about going to the beach is that the beach is the place where you are sitting on the sand and enjoying the water. But the beach is on the coast. So this is a map of Southern California, and all of this along the edge of California, where California meets the ocean, is the coast. You could call this the coastline. You will go to the beach on the coast. Even though it's too cold to go to the beach here at this time of year, sitting by the fire, is plenty warm. So I think I'm going to get back to work for now. So I'll send you off, or in other words, say goodbye, with this short video clip and another video you can watch to learn more vocabulary.